Alright, we're recording. Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm still working on Corbeau. I know I didn't get a video in yesterday. I've started on the next panel. However's, I'm in a comics class right now, and actually it's kind of challenging. We started right out on roughing out a Moon Knight script. Let me see if I can find the script. Give it a moment. Here's the script. And it's 4 pages, and this is great because this is the kind of assignment I actually really like to do, which is multiple pages. And there's parts of it that I don't like. Now this is the script right here, and I'll tell you what I don't like isn't exactly bad. It's I don't like working from a script, so it's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's probably a good idea that you to work on your weak points. And it's not because I'm particularly distasteful of scripting in general, but it's just tough for me because I'll give you an example of why I think where the disconnect is. The teacher is Gavin Smith, and he said, "You're going to love this because it tells you exactly what to draw," and it's like, that's terrible for me. And here's the example why. I have to do pages 5 through 8. Page 5 starts with panel 1, which is an establishing shot of the financial district of night. At night, people are running around. A couple of people burst into flames because there's a sniper firing from a tower, but we don't see him yet. No problem. I can draw that. Okay, cool. Panel 2. Cool shot inside the building, and it's got Moon Knight dodging attacks from crossfire. We're establishing both the villain and the hero on this page. I think it's a big flashback sequence. But you can't. Here's the 3 factors that make this complicated. First of all, you're establishing both the hero and the villain on the same panel, so you have to show them both. You can't have the villain off panel and then step into panel on panel 3, because it says clearly they're both popping in on this one. In fact, he's even mentioned in the caption. So they're both in the panel, and you want to get probably good details on their uniforms, character, costume design, all that stuff. So that's okay. Both characters in the panel at a size you can recognize. And also, Crossfire fights with a rifle, and he's shooting. So we have to show the character's large enough to recognize, but small enough that we can fit them in the panel and show that there's a battle going on. So that's tough. The way I would have set this up, if it were me, of course, is to have maybe a panel where Moon Knight is stalking through the building, and then he gets fired on from somewhere, and he turns around and he sees it's Crossfire, and then we do the battle over there. And that is, to me, a sane way to set it up. Instead, I have to do this, which is tougher, much tougher. And also, slight lie on this panel. It says they actually put the number of panels per page, so I went by this. It says 4 panels. But what's this? Panel 5. And so this sounds like it was something that was added in editing, right? So this is, when we get a script like this, it's usually a draft. It may not even be the final draft, but this is a 5-panel page, not a 4-panel page. So that changed my thinking as well. Even though reading it from top to bottom, we might start with 4 panels in thought and then think, okay, no, I got to change this up. All right, so let me give you the rundown of what's going on this page. The first panel, we're going to show the financial district with the people running. And some of them are catching fire because it's phosphor rounds. Then we're going to show Crossfire shooting at Moon Knight. I'm actually going to have him kind of clip him a little bit, like hit him a little bit. And he's talking to him at the same time. And then we're going to show Crossfire with some kind of detonator. And then Moon Knight discovers that he's right next to a bunch of like chemical barrels of some sort, and then he gets blasted out of the window. So I think I can do this in 5 panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they've given us there's a template that Gavin specifically wants us to use. It's this blue line one right here. Now, a couple of problems that I'm kind of having here is that the biggest panel should be the most important one. I think, let's look through the script one more time. What do you think the most important panel is? If I were to go up. I think it's panel 2, the establishing shot. Not the first establishing shot with the financial district, but rather Moon Knight and Crossfire, initial battle, and then maybe where he's getting knocked out of the building. Should be kind of big. And I've got 4 of these pages to do. So this I made really huge. Comparatively, that's already the biggest panel on the page. So I've obviously done that wrong. So we're going to take that. We're going to go ahead and make it smaller. Make it smaller. In fact, we might even be able to do it as an inset. Kind of inset it into this panel. And if we can do that, we can make this one, which I think is the most important part, really big. And this is supposed to show kind of a Nakatomi Plaza unfinished floor. He's in one of these buildings firing down. You know, firing bullets down, boom, boom. I ought to do my victim character a little bit better. But another magical thing that's happening here in this page is this is our establishing shot that shows that Crossfire he's supposed to be up here firing at the crowd to get attention from Moon Knight, to make Moon Knight want to, and then we go right into this battle. There's no, like, Moon Knight finds out and actually climbs up, you know. So there's this magical time lapse that takes place between these two, where he's fighting over here and fighting over there. And I told you he's firing from a rifle, so his signature weapon, but he has all kinds of weapons. So maybe Crossfire has a pistol here, or maybe he's holding a submachine gun or something. We have all that. There's also, this particular comic kind of plays on the idea that, so Moon Knight is a character with multiple personalities, and there's different superhero identities for him. One of which is more of a magical Egyptian avatar called Khonshu, and one of which is more like Batman. It's the one I'm most familiar with, because that's the one they had in the 80s. When I actually had Moon Knight comics. And then one is some weird postmodern Mr. Knight, I don't know, character. So we're gonna have to figure out what to do with all of that stuff. Also, I don't really know. I'm not really that familiar with Crossfire. I have a couple of comics where he was in a Marvel team up with Daredevil or The Thing. I can't really remember. But he's kind of like Moon Knight's archenemy, I guess, or something, or one of them. Also, this is supposed to be some kind of sniper nest makeshift, so there's going to be some sacks, like some concrete sacks. There's got to be some industrial stuff. If you remember Die Hard, there's kind of like these, the walls aren't in, but there's these kind of framework for walls, but it's really thin, or office walls. And staging this is going to be all important. I haven't quite figured out how that's going to happen yet. This long panel doesn't make much sense to me yet. But let's just say it does. This is kind of a gloating, insane crossfire with a detonator. Fire is, I think he's missing his left eye, and so he's got this sort of dead shot style crossfire thing. I think he might even be missing an ear. Maybe it doesn't make sense to have the gun in the same hand that the detonator would be in. I think that would be in his other hand, so let's take that. Flip it horizontal. Alright, have I screwed this up? 1, 2. Have I still had 4 panels? Oh, also, we're supposed to sort of work in where the dialogue is supposed to go. On these panels, so there's going to be lots of resizing. Like tons of resizing going on. So, of course, it's all at the rough stage. It's probably the panel I like the most so far, is this crazy grin. All right, and then we have Moon Knight realizing that he's hiding right by the big chemical barrels or whatever they are. I think the way I prefer to draw Moon Knight is just he's all cape. This is how I would do him if it were Batman, you know? Moon Knight is essentially a Batman clone. I need to put enough detail so they know I actually do know how to draw, but if I do. Jury's still out. Alright. So what is the biohazard? Or flammable? And then at the end of it, oh, he's not shooting at him. He's got that's the detonator. He's going to explode them. we want to show this building here with shattered glass. And he's getting blown out of here backwards. Now, honestly, I don't think he's expecting much more than I've already done here, but I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up to a degree. Put all the limbs on everybody, and I'm going to put the dialogue in. So I'll go ahead and type it at probably at like 9 points of type. Like that's going to be the size, because I usually make the size, you know, too big, but that's just because, you know, I'm making comics for Instagram sized. Alright, hang on. It did give me a thought to be a bit more, pay a bit more attention to my writing, which I haven't really done. Reflections like that are tough when you realize, you know, you probably could be doing a lot better than you're doing. And it's your own fault. This is a night scene, or meant to be a night scene. There's our stars. There's a car. Oops. It's a total fake car. What model is that? That is an Empyrean car. The Empyrean 5000. Alright, here we go. And put a dude up in the foreground. Everybody's running for their lives. People are bursting into flames. There's a lady. She's just ahead because I haven't drawn her body. So our real problem becomes this guy right here, and I think part of it's my eraser size. Alright, so what does Crossfire look like? I think he's like a crazy guy. Yeah, they don't quite have his weapon here. And some of the stage directions on the script are to make him look even a little bit more tactical, maybe with some kind of tactical vest or something. A little bit more military. Take the hood off of him. But I will not be doing that. I don't think. Oh, and I know I've got the legs wrong. So this becomes really tough. We've got this whole character way in the background. I want to show the foreshortening. In my opinion, I think it's a good idea to get full figures when you're introducing a character. You know, see the whole thing. But the size of the panel and the distance between the characters is going to make it really tough to really accomplish that. Also, I may have to pull up Die Hard to figure out what one of these unfinished floors looks like. Shouldn't there be like lighting and wiring, like hanging up here? I think it's best if I just avoid too much to do with the character. Maybe I'll do some foregroundy stuff. But in general, my strategy is to put him up in the foreground to create depth. Put this character up here. And imply that he just got hit in the back of the shoulder with one of these rounds. So he's on the defense already. Or, alternately, like what do I do with this other arm? I could put it behind him. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab some of the dialogue and just start slotting it in and just seeing what we got. So page 5. Oh, come on. Stop. I don't want you to do that. It wants to copy the whole thing. Alright, here we go. Page 5. Okay, cap 1. Yeah, it doesn't like this at all. So I think I have to I think I may already have downloaded this. I don't know. Let's take a look. Okay, I'll go ahead and click this, and I'm going to... What do I do? I can add to my reading list. No, I don't want to do that. How about I... If I copy the entire thing, then I paste. Add text. Allow paste. I just get the word school. Okay, hang on. Select all. There's nothing there. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to hand jam it then. There's probably an easy way to do this where I could do it like by, page by page off of a PDF or something. But so here's the first line. Page 5. Page 4. Well, there's an 8-paneler one right there. At the end of the day, I always have expensive tastes. Okay. Add text. And I think I can get away with this, like I said, at a size of about 9. Maybe not. That might be too big. Which explains why I was patrolling around the financial district. Let's make it an 8. Put it right there. And that's all we got to put. Which explains why I was patrolling the financial district when the shooting started. Okay. By the way, the context of the story is not my favorite. This character Moon Knight has got multiple personalities, so they're at a diner, sitting around a diner with all of his multiple personalities talking to himself. Okay, there we go. What's the next line? Panel 2. Our old enemy Crossfire was firing phosphorus rounds into the crowd to gain our attention. Our old enemy. Normally we would say my old enemy, but remember, he's multiple personalities, right? Our old enemy Crossfire phosphorus rounds into the crowd for attention. Eight. And Crossfire actually has a line to gain our attention. Some very wealthy people have paid me a lot of money to see you dead, Spectre. Okay. Let's make that an 8. And I can already see, I think I got him up too high. And this is exactly why I would do this. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab the this layer. We're going to call it a video right here, because I know I'm over 30 minutes, but I will continue to work on this and refine the pencil layer. For this, I've got 3 other pages to do, so there will be more. There will be more. Alright, something like that. Some barrels. It's not for attention, it's to gain my attention. Hang on. Let's pull a little Crossfire's name here. Actually has a line, so we're going to open his mouth up a little bit. He says, but to want to know the truth, I would do it for free. All right. We're on our way. All right, please like, follow, and subscribe, and I will talk to you later.